How's it going, everybody? Low carb, high intensity here. We're back in the kitchen. We got the smoker rolling outside. We're going to smoke some more meats today. Today we got some oddball stuff. We got something different. No more pork ribs, brisket. This is different. We got a venison front shoulder, bone in. So the bone was left in when we processed this deer. So I'm gonna throw that on today on the smoker. And then on the side, we're gonna throw in some of these beef short ribs, which I've had before. And I'm telling you guys, beef short ribs on the smoker, are amazing. So we're going to, I already got some yellow mustard on it, so for that coating on there, so all this rub can stick on there real nice and help build a nice bark when we smoke this meat. Then I got my rub that I made up myself: salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, a little bit of thyme, and paprika. So we're gonna spread this on and get it a good coat on the whole thing and rub it in, and we're gonna throw it on the smoker and let it go for a good 4 hours. Let that smoke really work into the meat, and then we'll take it off, wrap it in tin foil, and finish it that way. So check back in a little bit, we'll get it on the smoker. All right, we're back outside at the smoker. The smoke is rolling, the smoker is nice and warm. We're gonna throw on these meats. So first we're gonna put on the venison shoulder here. Let's go on the first tray. Oh yeah, things roll in. And we're going to add on my second tray. And on go the short ribs. So short ribs will probably get done first. That's why I'm putting them on the top rack so I can pull them off easier when they're done, and then let that shoulder go a little bit longer. All right, that's it, guys. You know the next part, waiting. We'll be back.
Roxanne. Turn around. Who's the grill master?
All right, guys, we have been smoking this meat for about 4 hours now. I've been spritzing it. Let me grab that real quick to show you. I've been spritzing it with this mix I made. I'm trying it for the first time. It is a mix of apple cider vinegar, Jack Daniel's honey whiskey, water, and a little bit of soy sauce. I've been spritzing these for the last couple hours, every half hour. I just checked on them, and the beef ribs are definitely done. The bone is pulling apart from the meat. They get great color to them. So we're gonna pull these off and wrap up in tin foil, keep them warm while that venison shoulder down there finishes up, which should be done probably in a couple hours. Good. Right off the bone, we are done with these. All right, so our venison front shoulder bone in has been smoking for over 4 hours now. It's retained all the smoke flavor it can probably retain. So I pulled it off. I got a little tinfoil bed for it here. I'm going to add in a little secret ingredient, a little Wisconsin classic Miller Lite. We're gonna give it a little beer bath. So I'm gonna put some beer in this thing. We're going to wrap it back up and put it back on the smoker covered up so it's gonna cook on a nice low heat, soak in some moisture. It is venison, so it's very lean, and I don't want to dry it out too much, so that's why I'm adding a little bit of beer, and of course you have to take a sip too. That'll help. I'm gonna wrap this thing up. We'll put it back on for a few more hours, let it retain some moisture, and we'll have it ready to fall off the bone in no time. All right, guys, all the meat's been pulled off the smoker. First one off was the beef short ribs. So these have been resting here. I had a towel lay on top of them. They've been resting for about a good hour and a half or so. They're still a little warm, so that's good. So we're gonna give it a little taste test. As you can see, the meat has been pulling away from the bone very nicely. I'm just gonna get a little piece off of this. Yep, that's good. That's really good. Next is the venison front shoulder with a bone in. I kept this one on a little bit longer. I just pulled this off about like 20 minutes ago. And you can see, here's the bone, getting good separation of the meat. I kind of want this to be more shreddable. which looks like it's doing. I don't want to be gnawing on the bone, so I want it to kind of shred away from the bone. Looks like it's coming off nice and clean. So take a little piece here. That turned out really good. So this is the one that I did the that beer bath with the Miller Lite. Took 3 cans of Miller Lite to do it. 1 can here, 2 here. Just kidding. It was just a 1 can of beer, but overall, yeah, this turned out awesome. Venison front shoulder bone in. This turned out great. Look at it, it's peeling apart. And the beef short ribs, which is all good. Look at that bark on there. All right, guys, so that's it. That's the meats for today for smoking. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is low carb, high intensity.